Hey, folks. Hey, superstars. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. Welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant podcast, where I go live. Your favorite multimillionaire goes live at midnight to give all of you the opportunity to pick my brain, ask questions about entrepreneurship, about manifestation, about mindset, anything that you need or anything that's troubling you to get you where you need to be. Okay. And where you need to be is rich. Okay. Can I get a yes on that? I mean, period. We need to be rich and wealthy. Correct. And I believe right now is the best. Okay. It's just the opportunity. It's so vast right now. It's so interesting because there are just so many tools and resources that anybody that's willing to put in the work can do magical things. Okay. And I'm going to guess that you're trying to do magical things because you're on the rant. And you're on my rant because you're not looking for inspiration nor motivation. You're looking for education. And I'm here to educate you. I'm here to be very direct but genuine, transparent but fair, and to help you understand the complexities and even the difficulties as it relates to the acquisition of wealth. Okay. So go ahead and comment your names below here. Okay. Let's get some questions here. Comment your names here first. Let me give you folks a shout out here. Give me a second. Hey, Skylar, how are you? Hey, Lou Ferg, how are you? Pavan, how are you? How are you? What's going on, Sarah? How are you? Max, how are you? Crystal, how are you? Travis, Shakira. Go ahead and proceed to comment your names here below. Let me give you a shout out, folks. Let me show you some love. Why not? And listen, can we do something before I start the rant here tonight? Can we do one simple thing that's important? Can we all just be grateful about 3 things? Can everybody on here, listen, I get it. Everybody that's on this rant may be going through something. I get it. We all going through something. Okay? There are certain people on this rant, they're not getting exactly what they want. Some people on this rant are suffering. They're in a bad relationship, bad situation, terrible job, terrible business, overweight, ill. But can we just be grateful for 3 things right now? Okay? Just can we be grateful for 3 things? Comment below. I'm gonna share the 3 things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I'm still living. Okay. And I know that may seem obvious, but man, think about it for a second. 100,000 people. It's statistical data. 100,000 people around the world die every day. And I got another opportunity to live. So I'm grateful to live, to breathe. I'm grateful for my arms and legs. Somebody lost their arm today. Like, how would you feel if you lost your leg or your arm? Somebody lost their ability to see today. If you don't believe me, go on TikTok. Type in, did anybody lose their eyes today? Because TikTok, oh my God, TikTok is insane. I mean, everything is on TikTok. Okay, the point is, be grateful for those eyes. Let's be grateful for our hands, our fingers. I'm grateful that I'm healthy. Somebody is sick. Okay? Genetically. Somebody is sick, not because of bad habits, just they were sick from birth. So I'm grateful that I'm healthy. Got a sound mind, have energy. I'm grateful for my children as well. I'm grateful that they're not out there doing any type of debauchery type activity. They're not criminals. They're not bad people. They're not out there causing chaos. They're great. They're responsible. They're smart. They're caring. They're confident. And I'm grateful for that, okay? So can I get everybody to do that with me? Just comment 3 things that you're grateful for. You know, before I hit my huge breakthrough financially, you know, I learned just to be grateful. You know, I don't want to call it a skill, but I guess it is a skill because you have to do it. And you have to do it repeatedly, even when you feel like crap. Because what I realized about the mind, you can't be grateful and pissed off at the same time. You can't be grateful and stressed at the same exact time. You can't be grateful and fearful at the same time. So I chose through those very tumultuous times in my life to be grateful. Okay. When I couldn't pay the bills on time, I was grateful. When my credit was bad, I was grateful. When I filed bankruptcy, I was grateful. When they repoed my car, I was grateful. When I lost my job, I was grateful. When I lost my apartment, I was grateful. When I slept in my car, I was grateful. True story. Because I realized that there's always an opportunity to be grateful. It doesn't matter how low you are or how low you think you are. You can be grateful. Okay? So let me ask you some questions here tonight, folks. How do you feel? Can I get a response from everybody? How do you feel right now? I'm just curious. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Arthur, Jessica, how are you? How do you feel? You feel good? You feel great? You feel phenomenal? You feel blessed? You feel extraordinary? Okay? You should. You should have a smile on your face right now. Why? Because you're talking to the king. Not the king, the king. And that's Wesley Virgin, of course. So, folks, let me get out here. Let me help you. Come on. Post your questions below. I think many of you know my pedigree. If you're brand new, let me know if you're brand new, and I'll repeat it again. But I'm self-made. Not that that is important, but I got to state it because if I don't, then you'll be thinking to yourself, why am I listening to this man that's recording a video from a black screen? Why would I spend my precious time? Well, because I'm living my best life. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm not doing anything illegal. Everything is legit. I'm a black man. I don't play football. I don't play sports. I don't rap. I don't sing. I am an entrepreneur, okay? I'm a business owner. And I live an extraordinary orgasmic life, okay? And that's what I want for you as well. Somebody said, that's my fetish. What is that? Hey, Tammy. Hey, Sherman, how are you? All right, Georgia, how are you? Angie Bronk. Thoughts on the Oscars? You know, unfortunately, fortunately, I didn't watch the Oscars because I was too busy working. So I have no clue what happened on the Oscars this year because I was too busy working. So, yeah. I don't have any thoughts. Hey, Killer Mike, how are you? Travis. Okay, questions for me here. Talk to me. How I get this life. What does that even mean? Is that a question? How I get this life? What do you mean? Hey, Gabby, how are you? Come on, questions for me here. Go ahead and hit the like and share button, folks, as you jump in here tonight to the podcast here, okay? And remember, we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if you want to hear more episodes or previous episodes, make sure you go and do that, okay? So questions here. Talk to me. Can we go deeper tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Can we go deeper tonight? For me to go deeper, I need you to open up. Can you do that for me? Okay, don't be afraid to open up right now. Because the more open you are, the deeper I'm able to penetrate in that brain of yours, okay? So I can help. so I can guide you into the life that you want to be. Give me a second. Let me get comfortable here. I got these heavy blankets on me. It's 50-pound blankets. It's insane, right? Questions here. Hey, Sid, how are you? Larry Walker, Vixen, how are you? Any questions for me here? We have Kremel, how are you? Sarit. Questions. Post them. Can you share a few books you think we all must read to be millionaires? Of course. Write this down. And I've shared these books several times before, so let me share them again. How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a book that is a huge recommend. Why? Because as an entrepreneur, okay, one necessity is to understand how people operate, how they behave, and having the ability to influence that behavior. So read that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. The next book is Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. That was the first book I've ever read in my life in the self-development space. Game changer. I was overseas in Afghanistan, and I couldn't put the book down. It's a great book. Okay? And the next book is Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself. That was the book that I read right before I made $1 million. True story. I was enthralled with that book. It captivated me. It had my attention. Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. A must read. Incredible. I think all his books are great. The Placebo Effect, You Are Superhuman. I mean, all his books are just phenomenal. Okay? What's the fastest way to shift your emotions when you can't meditate? So my question to you is, why can't you meditate? Okay? Why can't you? How do I manage my expenses? Well, let's talk about a budget. So I have a rule that I live by. It's the 70-30 rule. And I'll keep this brief. 30% of your money that comes in on a weekly, daily, bi-weekly, or monthly basis should be utilized to fund your lifestyle. Okay? I'm sorry, not your life. Well, when I say lifestyle, your rent, phone bill, your car note, your lease, whatever, eat, food, restaurants, gas, should fund your lifestyle. 70% of your money is used for things that you just don't need, but you want. Okay? Such as jewelry, purses, exotic cars, and anything that you just don't need, that is not a necessity, okay? 30%, 70% goes either in the bank account or some investment account as well, okay? What is the quickest way, you guys with this word, quickest way to change my paradigm? Unfortunately, there's no quick way. Don't think about the word quick, because the word quick is relative. For some people, quick is 1 month. For some people, quick is 4 years. So I wouldn't, when you use the word quick, that's presupposing that you're impatient. And impatient people, they don't have shifts with their paradigm. Impatient people, they are typically stressed out, high anxiety, overwhelmed, irritated, and extremely emotional, unintelligible type people. Okay? So I wouldn't use the word quick. How to shift your paradigm? Oh, that's simple. Because your paradigm is the way that you think, the way that you perceive your life. The first step is just to remove yourself from certain environments, because your environment is a major influence on your life, how you think, your belief structure, and what you do, and how you behave, and your attitudes. So I would say put yourself in a different environment, okay, to shift your paradigm. And acquire some good habits, such as getting up early, making your bed, keeping your home clean, keeping your car clean, reading books, saying affirmations, create a vision board, working more than the average person. Get it? Okay? And your paradigm will begin to shift for sure. And meditate. What's next? Usually while working, driving, or in a meeting. I'm confused. What's the question? What's the here we go, the fastest way to shift your emotions when you can't meditate? Well, you can't, obviously. You can't meditate. You can't meditate. Oh, you mean when you're not able to meditate? So, while you're driving? Okay, that makes sense. Make sure, folks, if you're going to post the question below here, ensure that you're very clear with your words. Because obviously I'm reading all these comments as they're coming in here. So when you can't, to shift your emotions. So natural solutions, let's try something here. How do you feel right now? Like emotionally? Like how do you feel in this moment right now, listening to my voice? How do you feel? Be honest. One word, how do you feel? How do you feel right now in this moment? I will wait on your response, okay? So I can help you how to switch your emotions very quickly. Because it's a very simple thing to do, honestly. Oh, God. I'm just reading these comments here. Somebody said they feel fantastic, inspired. Okay, so my question is why? Why do you feel inspired and fantastic? Why? Can anybody answer that question? You know, I'm looking at the comments below here. Somebody said, fantastic. I feel fantastic, Wes. I feel inspired. Why? Do you know why? Someone said, I feel good. Okay, well, why? Natural solutions. Why do you feel good? And a better question is, well, did you choose to feel good or did you feel good on accident? Did you choose to feel inspired or did you feel inspired on accident? Comment below. Okay? This is a lesson that pertains to managing your emotions here. Angie Brooks says, I'm grateful you're helping us. Possibilities within understanding concepts. Yeah, but no one answered my question. Did you choose to feel the emotion or did the emotion happen on accident? I asked all of you, how do you feel? Whatever your comment was, my question to you is, did you choose to feel that way or did it happen on accident? Okay, somebody wrote that they chose to feel good. Okay, so if you chose to feel good, why can't you choose to feel good when you're irritated? Why can't you choose to feel good when you're down? Why can't you choose to feel good when you're depressed? Why can't you choose to feel good when you're in a funk? It's just a choice, right? When you're angry, why can't you just choose to be happy? When you're worried, why can't you choose to be confident? Something to think about, huh? And guess what? You can. Because all of us have been blessed with the power to choose. I think that's God's greatest gift. Can I get an amen? I'm not preaching. I'm sorry, guys. Like, if God gave us a gift, it is definitely the gift of choice. Yeah, you don't have to choose to be in such a negative, cynical emotion for weeks and days and hours and months. You don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to be in this pity party. Oh, this is happening to me. Why this? Blah, 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 blah. Why? Like, it's just a choice, correct? Okay. You know, when you really think about it, it's just a choice. The issue is with people such as yourself when you're in a certain state, and that's all what it is, a state, okay? State is like a momentarily feeling of something that when you're in that state, you just don't think you can get out of that state because you're so deep in it. Like a person is angry, you can't say, well, can you just calm down and stop being angry? I am calm. I'm not angry. Or when somebody is sad and crying, can you just stop crying? What do you mean? I just can't stop crying. You ever met a person like that? I just can't stop crying. I just can't. I can't. This is like that type of person. They're choosing to suffer, and they don't realize it until they meet Wesley Virgin. Because I'll tell you, I said, listen, you're choosing to suffer. So let me know how long you want to suffer. You know, the people that tend to stay in the state of suffering, and we all have done it. I asked them, I said, well, how long do you want to suffer? It's 1:00. I got things to do. How long would you like to suffer? Okay, not that long, I guess. Because it's a choice, and we've never been taught that. I remember my daughter years ago, several decades ago. I remember when my children were small, and I would take them to the pool. And of course, being a great dad, as I am, I would share with them and say, hey, listen, I said, Deasia, don't jump in the pool. She wanted to jump in the pool, of course. Jump. And it's not just my rules. It was the pool rules. Okay, no jumping in the pool. I think we've all experienced that if we have a parent or if we ever have been a child at one time in our lives that mom and dad said, don't jump in the pool. But of course, Deasia being who she is, my beautiful princess, she jumped anyway. So when she jumped, I say, get your butt out of that pool. Sit down. Of course, I had to use my daddy voice. And she's crying, obviously. She's crying. I mean, she is just crying, okay, for minutes. Crying. And David, he's swimming. He's doing his thing. And then we decide to go back. And she's still crying. And I looked at her. I said, look at me. You can choose to cry or you can choose to stop because we're not even at the pool anymore. No one's swimming. So at this point, you have a choice, Deasia. You can continue to cry for no reason or you can just stop. You can choose that. And let me tell you something. My baby girl, within seconds, just stop crying. Well, guess what? That goes for you as well. You know, whatever emotion that you're feeling at any given moment, you can just stop and you can think differently, okay? You can change your state instantly. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Okay? Back to the questions here. Questions. Let me see here. Austin. See, when you begin to choose and select your own emotions, well, that's called emotional intelligence. When you're able to reduce the emotional refractory period, which is the amount of time it takes you to go from angry, sad, depressed to calm, peaceful, and happy. Like when you can reduce that gap a bit, that's emotional intelligence, folks. Okay? If you don't make money, like you're trying to make money, you don't make money, and you're able to say, well, that's okay. All right, I'm not making money, but I will make money. That's emotional intelligence, okay? That's just realizing that all those negative emotions that is natural for us to feel, we don't have to feel those emotions for a long time, a prolonged period of time. We don't have to do that. We could just move on to something positive, okay? When did your mindset shift? I guess you're talking about when did my mindset shift for me to become a wealthy man, wealthy person? Let's say in my early 30s. Early 30s. And since I'm 25 right now, I don't know how that's possible, right? Next question for me here. Hey, David. Hey, Millie, how are you? Floor, how are you? And folks, while you're waiting here, go ahead and hit the like and share button for me. Just tap the like and the share button. I mean, it takes 1 second to do it. Can you do it for me? Just hit the like and share button for me. Thank you. Next question here. Mimic, how are you? Ride ones. David, how are you? Hey, Jen, Too Fit, how are you? You know Mimic? I do not. I'm 25 too. Oh, okay, sure. We both 25. That's awesome. Marivic Perez, how are you? Next question for me, folks. Talk to me. Just talk. Let's get to 33 up to 33 million tonight. Can we do that? And for us to do that, I need all of you to share this video 1 million times. I'm just kidding. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Sosa. Ollie James, how are you? Questions for me. Talk to me. Come on. Talk. I mean, I'm sorry, don't talk. Comment your questions below. Okay? If you had to start all over, and what would you do first? To be very honest, if I had to start all over again, I would just create a new digital product and sell it on the internet. Honestly, that's what I would do. I would create a new digital offer and sell it on the internet. That's it. That's simple. Hey, Sid, how are you? Sid Rain. What would you do, one God's gift, if you had to start all over from scratch? What would all of you do if you had to start all over from scratch? Like when people ask me that question, I'm thinking to myself, like, what do you think I'm going to do? Think I'm going to lay down and cry and moan and bitch and cry all night? What? I don't have time. No. Even if I lost everything, what I'm going to do? Like drink myself to death and take drugs and smoke weed and drink? No. I'm just going to get to work. Just get to work, baby. That's it. But you need money to advertise the product, right? Nope. You do not. What I would do, let's say if I didn't have any relationships, I would go to the Affiliate West and the Affiliate East seminars or to the events, and I would meet people. I'm a very likable person, so I would use my charisma, and I would just meet a ton of affiliates to promote my product. Yeah. I would be their friends, and we'll get cool, and I would say, hey, man, try my offer out. You know, tell me what you think. What's actually going on in your meditation and outcome? So when I meditate, and I'll tell you this. Let me see if I can explain why meditation works so well for myself and for the other people that have decided to do it. Meditation, what it does, it declutters the mind, okay? This is the point. It's not like meditation is the reason why. I know sometimes I say, well, meditation has been very instrumental in me attracting what I want. Not really. What it does is it declutters the mind, so the thoughts that you do have of the problems that you're trying to solve in your life, financial problems, it gives it the opportunity to solve the problem and to attract what you want. But when your mind is cluttered with a bunch of BS, like if it's just thinking about, I don't know, what you watched last week, if it's thinking about all these TikTok videos, and if it's thinking about what you got to do in the morning, the bills you got to pay, the debt you in, the credit. Like if your mind is cluttered with all that, then how are you going to master something? Mastery takes focus. Mastery takes time, patience. So when I meditate, my mind is decluttering, it's relaxing, it's calming down, it's resting, and it's giving my intentions, my desires, the opportunity to happen. Okay? Because whenever you're stressed out or worried about money, it's because your mind or you're thinking about not having money. And then you think about when are you going to get more money. And then you think about all the things you can't do because you don't have money. You get it? It's like a chain of events that creates this negative spiral. But when you meditate, you begin to clear the mind. And it just takes time. It's like a muscle. It takes repetition. Meditate. There will be times when you meditate, your mind will think about things that, it won't even make sense. You're like, why am I thinking about this? Why am I thinking, what? Why am I thinking? Well, that's what's in your dirty, cluttered mind. You need to clean your mind. You want to clean life, you need to clean the mind. Clean the mind by meditating. Sit there, close your eyes, take a deep breath, exhale slow, and do that for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? Because your mind will begin to shift. Your mind will begin to be clear. And when your mind is a bit clear, when you're not thinking about anything aside from the present moment, then you realize your life is good, it's perfect, it's great. Even though you still have the same issues that you had before, but the difference is you're not thinking about them. You get it? You're not thinking about those negative, cynical issues. Do you have any meditation videos that play on loop? I like to listen while I sleep. I think I have a few on YouTube. What was the meditation app again? Yeah, the meditation app is, not meditation app, but Manifest AI. It's a music app that uses music to reprogram your mind for what you want. Okay? Manifest AI. Okay? Can't miss it. When you went through bankruptcy, what was your thought process the next few days? Honestly, I didn't care. It didn't affect me, honestly. I'm going to be very honest. When I filed bankruptcy, I was so excited to get my car back my vehicle, because the only reason why I filed bankruptcy, because they repoed my car because they had a mechanical lien on it. A mechanical lien is when you take your car or vehicle to the mechanic, and then you can't pay the bill. And unfortunately, I wrote them a few bad checks that didn't clear, so they repoed it. They put a mechanical lien, and I filed bankruptcy, and I got the car back. It was like a game for me. I got my car back. It wasn't smart because it took 7, 8 years to get that removed from my credit report, but it did the trick. And how I felt, like I didn't care. I don't know. I didn't think about, oh my God, it just ruined my credit. I didn't care, honestly. I got my car back. That was important. Or more important to me. How did you manifest the first supercar, Mercedes G630 G-Wagon? So true story. I had a 1988 Honda Accord, and I went to my computer and I printed out a picture of a Mercedes G-Wagon, and I hung that picture on my rear view mirror for years. Okay. And I just kind of envisioned I was driving it, and I did it every day until one day it happened. True story. Yeah. Are you just focusing on breathing during meditation, or do I focus on visualizing? In the beginning, you need to just focus on just breathing. Okay, don't worry about visualizing yet. Just focus on the breathing. Get yourself to actually do it first. Meditate. Focus on the breathing first. For about a month or two. I mean, I just helped this young man that I know meditate because he was the type of person that would start something, then start something else, then start something else, start something else. And he wasn't moving forward. And I told him, I said, this is what I want you to do. Don't think about business. Don't think about anything. Just meditate. Meditate. He meditated for a couple of months. The other day he said, oh, Wesley, man, you're so right. I just started a brand new company. I'm getting clients on autopilot. It's like everything is just working. That's crazy how it's all working. And I said, of course, because when you meditate, you begin to declutter your mind of all that junk. I mean, if you have a junk mind. If your mind is just full of junk, you can't focus on anything. Okay? Or you can't allow your mind to be able to solve the problems or create the businesses or the entrepreneurial things that you need or want to create and do well at. But now he's doing well. And another issue is many of you focus too much time on the how. You just think too much about the how. And I get it. We've been educated that way that, it's all about the how. How did you do that? How did you do that? Well, how did you do this? How do I do that? How do I make money? How do I do this? How do I get a girl? How do I get a man? Listen, I get it. And I'm sorry that you've been trained and educated that way. I was as well. But let's break the chains of how. How to do something doesn't matter. And let me tell you why it doesn't matter. Because if you knew how, you would do it. Okay? If you will concern or focus your mind on what you want, the how will show up. Honestly, if you're clear about what you want for your life, how to do it will happen. You may have to do several things to eventually find the how, but it is more important to be clear with the woman or the man you want to be than how you're going to get there. I'm telling you, you don't have to believe me. Keep living. You'll find out as you get older. Okay. What should be first? Guided meditation or instrumental meditation? Do the guided meditation first. Please repeat the app. Can somebody write the app down? Manifest space AI. It's in the App Store for iPhones. Sanchez, how are you? Ladies and gentlemen, are you getting value? Man, I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. I can just feel it. Oh, God, I'm going to sleep so well. And I'm so excited for the gym tomorrow. I'm ready to go work. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. And I'm ready to work because this week is going to be a phenomenal week. We're going to make a ton of money. Major breakthroughs this week. How many of you are going to make a ton of money this week? Like, I'm going to make a lot of money. I can just feel it sometimes. I can just feel it in my bones. Huge breakthroughs, tons of money. How many of you feel the same? You should. Easy life. And I'm getting ready to go to Korea and Japan next month. So I need to prepare myself. Just got to roll out. Random thoughts came in when you focus on the breathing. Do you just go back to the breathing? Absolutely, Toby King. Yeah, whenever you have random thoughts, that'll tell you how cluttered and dirty your mind is, okay? So you definitely need to meditate. Okay, like today I meditated 3 to 4 times today. It was phenomenal. That's why this week is going to be phenomenal. I mean, it was phenomenal last week, but this week, next level, baby. We're talking about $1 million a day. Just watch. Maybe I'll post it for you. Wesley, what time did you go live on YouTube? I went live today. So if you need to go watch that video, go watch it now. Let's see. Hey, Instagram. Lindsay Jennings, how are you? Instagram. That's cool name. Inner Christ Awakening. Flakies. A-Rod. Kaza. Marco. Little _ Decomix. These Instagram names are absolutely amazing. Any last questions for me before I let you go? Oh, Lord, hallelujah, Jesus Christ. Am I the only one that yawned like that? Does anyone, I know this is off topic, but does anybody yawn and just start talking about Jesus Christ? Whatever, I don't know. You know when you're like, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. My girl, she does it as well. I just want to know if anybody else do it, or the long, drawn out yawn. Hallelujah, yeah, thank you, Jesus. God is good. Am I the only one that does it? I don't know. What was this rant about? You're late, so you need to watch it again. It's your fault. Hey, Priya, how are you? Kevin Trudeau said that the mind would tell you what to do when you meditate and visualize more. Please, can you unpack that? Of course, Toby King. So, listen, okay? What I want you to understand about your mind, it is more powerful and extremely intelligent. It is. Let me prove it to you. Your mind right now, there's a part of your mind that's regulating the temperature that's in your body right now. It's keeping your body at a certain temperature right now. Right now, your blood is regulating the amount of blood that is shooting to your left hand. Right now. Right now, your brain is regulating the digestion that's happening right now as we're talking. It's regulating your breathing. Like, have you noticed that you have been breathing for the last 30 minutes outside of your awareness? So, the mind is complex, man, and it's intelligent. It's so smart. It's extremely astute, right? Because the brain can function without our conscious awareness. So if that's true, and if we realize how powerful the brain is, the brain also, when you begin to meditate, can solve your problems for you. Okay? Can. You have a problem, a money problem, or a business problem. If you allow your brain to solve the problem, it will. And one way to do that is through meditation and visualizing. Why? Because, see, when you visualize something, let's say if I visualize what I want, just say I'm having issues making sales on my calls. Say if I'm a sales rep and I can't close people or I can't get people said on the phone. So what I do is simple. While I'm meditating, I just visualize myself closing people on the call. I just visualize. I see myself talking to the people, saying exactly what I need to say, and them excited, and then like, oh my God, I want to buy this. I love this. Here's my credit card. You visualize that. Why is that important? Because, well, when you visualize something, your brain takes that information as if it's real. Okay? So whatever you feed the brain, whatever you think about, whatever you visualize, your brain take it as actual information. AKA, it takes it as an actual experience. And if you continue to do it over and over again, then eventually it will happen in your third dimensional world, which is your outer world. Get it? Yes, it's crazy, right? So that's why the act as if is so important. Like, You want to be a millionaire? Act as if you are a millionaire. You want to be a doctor? Act as if you're a doctor. You want to be a teacher? Act as if you're a teacher. You want to be a professional, superstar, athlete, whatever. Just act as if you are that person now. Okay? Because your brain doesn't know the difference between an experience that takes place in your mind or an experience that takes place outside of you. Does that make sense? Can I get some snaps? You're like, oh my God. Wesley, teach. Teach, Wesley, teach. I don't know why these people are always racing their cars. It's so stupid. You guys hear that? I mean, really? Yeah, but does that make sense? It doesn't. The brain doesn't know. Let me give you more proof. If I ask all of you to think about a time when you were sad, think about it. Think about a time you were sad. Maybe somebody died. Maybe somebody dumped you, cheated on you. Somebody said a nasty word to you. Like, if you think about that moment, you can just be sad right now. Just by thinking about it. Even though it took place 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Because your brain doesn't understand 10 years ago or 5 years ago or last week. We may understand it with each other through being social, our social interactions. But our mind, it doesn't know that this took place 5 years ago. Okay? All it knows is if you're thinking about it, your mind thinks it's happening right now. That's the reason why you can cry. Like, you can think about something sad and you can just start crying. Because your mind thinks it's happening right now. You get it? You guys with me? So imagine if you just visualized becoming a very rich person and wealthy and traveling the world, speaking very well and dressing nice, looking nice, managing your money properly, becoming a very loving person. See if you imagine yourself that way over and over and over again. You will eventually become it. Make sense? Okay. So that's the formula, folks. And that's why I'm able to get whatever I want. Because I really understand the science of it. And this is just not conjecture. This is something that's proven because, like, I did it. Like, my life today, I manifested it. Like, I brought it into, I worked, whatever, but I wrote it down. Like, everything that I'm living today was written down on a sheet of paper, and it was thought about a lot. And it happened. Okay? Let's say you make a joke. Doesn't the mind know it's a joke? No. How does the mind know what a joke is? Your mind, like, whatever you think a joke is to you, like, I give you an example. I could tell a joke to two people. One person laughed, the other person say, I don't like that joke. And they get pissed off at you. But to you, it was a joke. So the point is, we all have our own definitions of what anything is in life. Some people think love is, well, if that person is jealous, they love me. Another person thinks love, well, if that person gives me gifts, then they love me. Another person, well, if they give me positive words of affirmation, then they love me. You get it? Same word, but different definitions based off of individual life experiences. And that's every word. That's everything so what's important is for you to define whatever word that you're using that empowers you, okay? Or that benefits you positively. Does that make sense? Okay. Share with us a few superfoods for the brain before you go. I mean, be honest, I don't know, folks. I mean, I'll tell you this. Eat well. Chicken breasts, sweet potato, a ton of vegetables. Refrain from all the sauces. Like, I don't like a lot of sauce. You know how some meals have a ton of sauce? Salsa Walker. They put sauces on everything. I don't like all that. Just give me my bland food. Okay, like today I had a steak and a baked potato. In the baked potato, I didn't have any butter. I didn't have any bacon bits, no cheese. It was just dry. And I get it. You might say, oh my God, it's boring. That's just disgusting. Well, I eat to live. I don't live to eat, okay? What's next? I just did it again, folks. You heard that yawn? The yawn was so relaxing. I just love to yawn. Toby King, you notice you started getting new ideas when you started meditating consistently? Absolutely, man. That's how. Like, honestly, I truly believe when I was meditating, it's like I got downloads from the universe. I know that sounds crazy and woo-woo. I get it. But I swear to God, it's like every time that I meditate, and the more that I meditate, I get these ideas that I implement in the business, and it makes me a ton of money. And it makes my team a ton of money. I'm going to be honest, it just happened. That's why I know this week is going to be phenomenal. We're going to have a major breakthrough in every area of our business. We're going to make a lot of money this week. You know, my team is going to be extremely happy. They're going to be like, oh my God, man, we did it. Oh my God, Wesley, you were right. We're killing it. Like, of course. So, yeah. And if you don't believe me, just meditate consistently. You know, meditate for a good 2 months every day. And I see what happens. Like, I think anybody can take 2 months out of their life and meditate for 5 to 10 minutes every day. Like, I meditate twice and 3 times a day. You can at least do it for 5 minutes a day. And watch how your life shifts. For 2 months, every day. Don't miss a day, though. Okay? Comment the word value if you got value. Angie Brook, she says value. Absolutely. Priscilla Maddox. You know, another thing that I love is quiet. It's so quiet right now. It's so quiet. You can't hear anything. I love peace and quiet. I just love it. My God, I adore it. Just quiet. You ever been so quiet that it was loud? You know, has it ever been so quiet in your house that it was loud? Like, even to be quiet, it's like you hear this. It's like you hear something, but you're not hearing anything. It's fascinating, right? How do you stay focused doing meditation? Yeah, it's a choice, man. Just sit down and do nothing. Just practice. Sit down, close your eyes and do nothing. I get it. You're going to want to open your eyes. You're going to want to move around, but just don't. Just don't. Okay? It's important for you to realize that you have to tell your body that you're in charge. Your body's not in charge. Your mind is. Your body is going to want to move around, stand up, do something. You're going to feel antsy, but just sit down. Say, sit down. Have your mind say, sit your butt down. Do nothing for the next 5 minutes. Okay? All right, the mind doesn't know. All right, Toby King, he wants me to place a topic on this rant. I will do that for you, sir. Lashunda, how are you? Sosa. What's going on? Erica Sosa. How are you? Stacy. Leonard, how are you? What do you do during meditate? Nothing. Just focus on your breathing. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's it. Do you read multiple books at once? Sometimes. When I meditate, I feel focused. Then later in the day, the effect runs out. Well, how do you know it runs out, man? Some of you have been meditating for a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of hours, and what do you mean it runs out? Like, how do you know? And what's running out? As a matter of fact, many of you don't even understand, like, when you meditate, I don't know, you're looking for signs. I guess you're looking for something different. Relax. It's not, when you meditate, it's not for you to go discover, is there a change? Am I changing? Just relax and meditate. Live in the moment. Meditate, work. Meditate, work. Meditate, work. Whatever you're working on, okay? Be calm. Be stoic. H-Town. DJ Guapo. Stefan. All right, folks. I think I'm getting ready to... I need to work, then I need to sleep for a few hours so I can be ready for tomorrow's workout. And I have a ton of work to do tomorrow. So thank you for joining me here tonight. I do appreciate that. And you know I love you. I love you so much. And I'm so glad I get the opportunity to talk with you, to speak with you each and every night, to help guide you and to give you the necessary information for you to become who you want to be. You know, whatever your desire is. And remember, you can get access to these rants on my podcast, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also on Instagram, Wesley Virgin, and on YouTube, okay? YouTube as well, okay? So much love. I'll return tomorrow. Let's kick butt this week, folks. Promise me that you're going to kick butt this week. Let's get focused this week. Let's force things to happen. No more waiting on things to happen. Let's make things happen. Hey, much love, and let's go.